Dimora sent this out to me. It is a silicone foam dressing bandage with a border. It says it absorbs moderate to heavy drainage. There's 10 in the box. 4 by 4 inches, 10 by 10 centimeters. Now, it does have complete instructions on the back here. This I wish was bigger. And I wish Dimora would take note of that. This is pretty small writing. And for older people, this would be harder to read. This is something I would change. On the box, it does come with a ruler. So you can actually measure the wound, which is kind of cool. So now, I'll open this box up. And it looks okay, you know. We have some more instructions. And I'll pull one or two out here. And this is how it comes. It even has a ruler here, okay? And our measurements. And Dimora has all kinds of medical equipment. I'll have a link in the bottom, but I mean, you need something, they've got it. That's all there is to it. And that's a look at the Bandage. That Bandage is huge. I mean, just look at that thing. Now, from what I understand, I grab here, I pull, and this should come out. So if, in an emergency, if I was to pull on that real quick, it would do what it needs to do. This is all silicone, and it has a border. That's this going around the outside edge. This is really thick. This padding in the middle here, very, very thick. Okay? You pull from here, and then that comes apart. See that? There is stickiness on the cotton batting. See that? Is what there is. Now, I'm not going to take it all the way off. I'm only going to go a little ways here. Okay. And they say it's really absorbent. So, I got some of this stuff. And it would make you wonder, how would it absorb with the stickiness on the outside, right? I mean, could it actually do that? That's the thing. And you'll see it's absorbing even through the other side. So I want to put this on my hand so you can have a look at this, okay? I do have some wounds from my dog. So even though it was soaking wet, I mean, look at that. Okay. Okay, that's impressive. Even though it was soaking wet and my liquid I put on there, some of it ran off, which ran over top of the sticky, right? That is pretty cool. So, I mean, these things weigh, you know, they weigh nothing. I mean, to have, I don't know, 4 of them in your buggo bag, a couple in your hiking bag. And if you had a big wound on your belly or your chest or whatever, you could pack it and then put this over top. It does feel good. It's flexible, so that's kind of nice. So that's pretty good. And this is a Dimora 4x4 with border Bandage. Now, what's it like if I pull it off? Because I got hair. No, it didn't pull off any hair at all. it actually came off really nice. So that worked out pretty good. I gotta thank Dimora for sending that out to me. That's definitely going into my first aid kit for sure. That is just amazing the way this works. There's still stickiness there. Wow. Easy to pull apart, easy to stick. You can see what you're working with. Flexible. Very easy to pack in your first aid kit. Or if you keep it in a pouch or whatever. I'll definitely be putting a few of these inside my truck to have there with my tourniquets. And I'm gonna put a couple in my chest rig for in case of an emergency. I mean, if you cut the top of your hand, cut your arm, I mean, you think your knee, your elbow, this would really go good on there. Especially if you wanted to put it on your dog and your dog had a cut and you shave the wound and then you stick it to your dog. You can't stick it to its fur, you gotta shave it. But this is really, really impressive. You know, I don't like those little tiny Band-Aids, those one that people sit back and they say, oh, you know, gotta have some Band-Aids. Band-Aids are a joke. You know, lick it off and keep going. they're for little kids. But when you need something big, that's when the real stuff starts. That's when you want to get serious about what's going on. Like I said, if you had a hole, if you shoved a stick in you or something, you could pack it and then put this on top and then get your butt to the hospital. I mean, this is pretty impressive. The stickiness, like I said, is on the cotton batting. Is what it is. Let me cut that open. So I'm kind of sitting here wondering, you know, let's see what it looks like in the inside. So take a look at that. That is really thick, huh? That's why it's so absorbent. It's just major, major thickness there. So there's definitely no doubt that this is very, very impressive. And like I said, they come in all different kinds, all different sizes, you name it. They're sparing no expense when they make these. Very easy to put on. And like I said, the only thing I would change if I was them is make this writing somewhat bigger, so older people can actually see it. And thank you, Dimora, for sending this out to me. I'm definitely going to add this to my medical kits. And you can never have too much medical when a situation arises. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.